Hey guys, it's the Leaning Tower of manga. Hello everyone, I am Sammy, your devoted manga otaku, and welcome to my manga space. Today, I will be hauling and unboxing books for the month of May. This video will be similar to my last haul and unboxing video in that the first part of this video will be dedicated to opening all of the packaging and the second portion will be dedicated to hauling all of this manga and having more of a discussion around them. I never know how long these videos will be until they're edited, but I have included lots of timestamps, so feel free to jump around. Now, my last haul video blew up, and I have you guys to thank for that. It's currently the most watched video on my channel, and my subscriber count exploded after I released that video. So if you're a new subscriber to my channel, or new in general, hi! I'm Sammy, and I like to read, collect, and talk about manga. I hope I can continue to make content that you all enjoy, and I am so grateful for your guys' engagement on my channel. I really want to rip into all of this packaging, so I invite you guys to grab a coffee or other beverage of your choice, and let's unbox some manga.
just wanna dance. Oh, oh, you and I tonight.
Won't you take a chance, my love? Don't be shy. Come and show me what you've got.
Baby girl, I know that you can get what you see in my world. We're going where you have always dreamed to be.
Now I know that you believe we can stay the way it used to be. 'Cause you know I never leave, but you're never gonna find me. So just come over and get together, so we can feel much better. Together, dance till the sun goes down. Let's have a little fall, like it's end of the dusk and down.
I just wanna dance. Oh no, you and I tonight. Won't you take a chance, my love? Don't be shy. Come and show me what you've got, yeah. Now I know that you believe we can stay the way it used to be. 'Cause you know I never leave, but you're never gonna find me.
So just come over and get together, so we can feel much better. Together, dance till the sun goes down. Let's have a little fall, like it's end of the dusk and down. I just wanna dance, oh no, you and I tonight. Won't you take a chance, my love? Don't be shy. Come and show me what you've got.
I just wanna dance. Oh, oh. Won't you take a chance, my love?
I hope you all enjoyed the unboxing portion of this video, and without skipping a beat, let's haul some manga. We are going to jump this haul off with a manga I get to cross off my 2021 wish list, and that's All My Darling Daughters by Fumi Yoshinaga. This is a one-shot slice-of-life drama manga. It's published by Viz Media and it's rated 16+. This manga follows Yukiko, a woman in her 30s who still lives with her mother. However, everything changes when Yukiko's mother announces her engagement to a young actor who's younger than Yukiko. Yukiko can't stand to be under the same roof as them because she's convinced that this man is trying to swindle her mom, so she moves in with her boyfriend. Now, Yoshinaga sensei weaves together 5 short stories that explore the relationships and experiences of Yukiko and her friends. I have been really keen to read this. It does have mixed reviews, but I've seen people say that it's easier to connect with if you're older. And since I'm turning 30 this year, I might find some of this content relatable. We'll see. If you didn't know, Yoshinaga sensei is also the mangaka of the award-winning manga Oku? I apologize if I said that incorrectly. And also the award-winning manga Antique Bakery. I always welcome one-shots in my collection, and I expect that this is going to be a great read. Up next, I'm hauling the final volume of a series that's on my TBR this month, and that's Volume 7 of Incurable Case of Love by Maki and Enjoji. This is a romance josei manga. It's published by Viz Media, and it's rated M for mature. So, you know what that means. There's going to be smut. This manga is about a woman named Nani Sakura who was motivated to become a nurse after watching a handsome young doctor save a woman's life. Fast forward 5 years, Nenise has successfully reached her goal, and as luck would have it, she's working with the same doctor who inspired her career all those years ago. However, she finds that the doctor is nothing like the man she imagined him to be. If you've seen my April manga haul, you know I wasn't a fan of Enjoji sensei's series, SP Baby, so I'm excited to read something from her that I'm pretty sure I'm going to love. This series has great reviews, so I'm pretty hopeful that I'm going to love this. The next manga I'm hauling has a story behind it. I was watching a manga tuber, I can't remember who, I'm sorry, but I was watching their romance recommendations and they recommended Millennium Snow, which I own. And I was like, cool, maybe I should reread that. It's only 2 volumes long. Or so I thought. So this is the omnibus edition of Millennium Snow by Bisco Hatori that contains both volumes 3 and 4. Apparently, Hatori sensei wrote these volumes 10 years after releasing the first couple volumes. How cool is that? This is a shoujo series, it's published by Viz Media, and it's rated 13+. Millennium Snow is about a sickly 17-year-old girl named Chiyuki. She was born with heart problems and her doctors state that she won't live to see the next snow. With her health failing, Chiyuki spends what little time she has left in the hospital. One night, she meets an 18-year-old vampire named Tuya. He hates blood, and even though he has the power to bond with a human, making them both live for 1,000 years, he refuses to make that commitment. Can Chiyuki teach Tuya to feel a passion for life, even as her own life is ending? I'm intrigued to read this, but I don't have the greatest track record for enjoying supernatural series, especially ones about vampires. They just aren't my jam. But Hatori sensei did write one of my favorite shoujo series, Ouran High School Host Club, so I'm hoping that means something. This next manga is kind of a tease because I haven't hauled the first few volumes of this series. I am of course talking about Volume 4 of Spy Family by Tatsuya Endo. This is an ongoing shonen manga. It's published by Viz Media and it's rated 14+. I'm pretty sure I'm the last manga otaku on earth to read this series. Everyone talks about how amazing it is, and I'm so ready to read this and find out what all the hype is about. It's an action comedy manga, which is a little out of my comfort zone, but this manga seems to be universally loved, and it's good to try new things. Spy Family is about a master spy named Twilight who faces his biggest challenge yet. He has to build a family in order to accomplish his next mission. So Twilight completes the impossible. He's able to find a woman who agrees to pose as his wife, and he adopts a young girl as his daughter. But what Twilight doesn't realize is that he is in a fake marriage with a trained assassin, and his newly adopted daughter is a telepath. The synopsis for this manga is so wild, and it sounds like it's going to be a crazy ride. I cannot wait to read this. And if you didn't already guess, I have purchased the first 3 volumes, but they haven't been unboxed or hauled yet. I'm planning on releasing a special Right Stuff manga haul. The boxes have just been sitting there for over a month now. I just need to find the time to film the video. The next book I'm hauling is a graphic novel that I'm going to hold off reading until I can get my hands on the 3rd installment. But today I'm hauling Volume 2 of Heartstopper by Alice Oseman. Heartstopper is rated 12+ and is published by Scholastic. Just before filming this video, I got curious and looked up the release date of Volume 3, and it actually came out a little over a week ago. So I'm going to have to order that ASAP so that I can binge these books. This graphic novel follows 2 boys, Charlie Spring and Nick Nelson, who sit next to each other in class. The 2 grow closer as they experience the ups and downs of high school, and together they come to understand the surprising and delightful ways in which love works. This is supposed to be a sweet romantic story between 2 boys, and I found out recently that this used to be a webcomic, which is pretty cool. I love that the internet gives authors and mangaka a digital platform to build up their audience, and that gives them more opportunities to get noticed by big publishing companies. I recently hauled Uramichi Onisan, Life Lessons with Uramichi Onisan, in my Mother's Day haul, and I believe that started off as a webcomic too before being published by Kodansha. I'm really excited to read this. I've heard amazing things about this. I've heard that it's the cutest thing in the entire world, so I need to get on this. This next set of manga I'm hauling is another series I can begin to scratch off my 2021 wish list, and that's volumes 1 through 8, excluding volume 3 of the ongoing school life romance Love Me Not by Io Sakisaka. This shoujo series is published by Viz Media and is rated 13+. I originally purchased volumes 1 through 7, and then volume 8 was released earlier this month. But apparently volume 3, a Love Me Not, along with some other manga volumes, were cancelled and removed from my order, and I didn't notice. I did order volume 3 today, right after my unboxing, so I'm hoping it doesn't take long to come in, because I was planning on reading this series this month, and it would be such a bummer if I have to wait another month to read this. The story follows 2 girls, Yuna and Akari, who meet at the train station and head home together, only to find out that they live in the same apartment building. The girls instantly become good friends, despite the fact that they're complete opposites. Yuna is an idealist, and Akari is a realist. This means the girls explore love in different ways, and to make things complicated, Yuna might have a crush on Akari's brother, and Akari might have a crush on Yuna's childhood friend. I have heard nothing but good things about this series. Sakisaka sensei also wrote the crazy popular series Aoharu Ride, and I've heard some people mention that they actually prefer this series to that one. But I haven't read either series, so I have no idea. I'm eager to read this, and I don't think it'll disappoint. I just have to wait until the third volume comes in. Okay, so I have a funny story around this next manga. I was watching one of Marguerite's Manga's videos and I saw her chunky orange volumes on the shelf in the background. And then next to them, I saw this smaller volume that matched the orange volumes. And I kind of just put a pin in it and I finished the video. And then right after that, I started watching one of Meet the Weeb Family's videos. And boom, there was again on their shelves. So I took this as a sign, I paused the video and looked it up, and this mystery book was actually a sequel to Orange? What? So I ordered it that very moment, and here we are. For those that don't know, Orange by Ichigo Takano is a seinen manga series that was published by Seven Seas Entertainment into these 3-volume omnibus editions. So there's 2 of them. There's 3 volumes in each omnibus. And this is a romance mystery supernatural drama series. It's a lot. And it's rated 13+. So the narrative follows Takimaya Neho, a girl in high school who receives a mysterious letter claiming to be from her 27-year-old self. She keeps receiving these letters telling her to do things, and she has to decide if she's going to heed these cryptic warnings or ignore them. Now, the manga that I'm hauling is Orange Future, and this is supposed to be the finale of the story, and I believe it follows the story from this character's perspective. It's been so long since I've read this series, so I think I'm going to reread this. I'm so thankful that other manga collectors are on top of their collections because I had no idea that this existed, and it came out in 2018. What have I been doing with my life? Last month I hauled Avatar: The Last Airbender: The Promise, and this month I'm hauling the next installment, The Search. This is an action-adventure graphic novel following the events of the Avatar: The Last Airbender TV show. It's written by Jean Yang, illustrated by Guri Hiru, and it's published by Dark Horse Books. I'm super excited for this omnibus, specifically because I think that this is the issue where you find out what happened to Zuko's mom. Also, I think Azula is in this a bunch, and she's one of my favorite characters, but I mean, who doesn't love Azula? I can't say too much more about this because the books are super spoilery for people who haven't watched the television series. I'm hoping I can read both The Promise and The Search this month and catch up on what I've been missing. Okay, up next we have the final volume of Daytime Shooting Star by Mika Yamamori. This shoujo slice of life romance is published by Viz Media and is rated 13+. This manga is about Suzumi, a high schooler who moves to Tokyo to live with her uncle. She ends up passing out in a park and is taken to her uncle's house by a mysterious stranger. On her first day of school, Suzumi meets Mamura, I hope I said that right, a fellow classmate who avoids girls at all costs. Plus, she runs into the mysterious stranger again and finds out that he's her homeroom teacher. I haven't started this series yet, but it's on my TBR for this month. I just have to find a day that I can binge these because I have a feeling that once I start these, I won't be able to put them down. I have a really bad habit of just binging through an entire series all in one day. This next manga is a rom-com shoujo that made its debut in English earlier this year, and that's Mint Chocolate by Mami Orikasa. This ongoing series is published by Yen Press and is rated 13+. This is volume 2, but I recently talked about volume 1 in my April manga wrap-up video, and it earned 4 stars from me. I thoroughly enjoyed it. This series follows Nanami, a girl whose mother just remarried. When meeting her mom's new husband and his teenage son, Nanami is surprised to find that her new stepbrother is actually one of her classmates and a guy that she has a huge crush on. Only time will tell how Nanami's unexpectedly forbidden romance will play out. Volume 1 of this series had a bunch of tender moments, and the characters were really cute and interesting. Plus, I love the art. I think it's really well drawn. I'll probably be reading this fairly soon. I might even read this tonight because the last volume ended on a cliffhanger and I really want to know what happens next. If you're like me and you enjoy reading about forbidden romantic relationships between step-siblings, it'd be worth it to check this out. So these next few books are my husband's, and that's volumes 4 through 6 of Dragonball 3-in-1 editions by Akira Toriyama. Apparently volume 3 is lost in the mail, and I didn't realize that the 3rd volume was missing until after I hauled these. But yeah, my hubby is pretty bummed because he's caught up to 3 and he's just waiting on it now. We ordered it through a third party on Amazon. I'm hoping that they will send a replacement, but we'll see. You never know with Amazon, unfortunately. So these omnibus editions include both the Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z series. There are 14 volumes in total to collect, so we are about halfway there. I will probably read these eventually because I feel like this series is a classic and it'll be worth reading them at least once. Plus, I really want to read Super, and I think it will have more of an impact if I read Dragon Ball and Z first. This next series that I'm hauling is volumes 1 through 7, excluding volume 2 of the shoujo series Dengeki Daisy by Kyousuke Motomi. I'm not too upset that volume 2 of this series was cancelled on my order because I don't plan on reading this until I have all 18 volumes, but I did order my missing volume today nevertheless. This manga is about an orphan girl named Teru who receives a special cell phone from her beloved brother before he passed away. The cell phone had one contact, Daisy, and Teru finds solace and comfort exchanging messages with this mysterious companion. One day at school, Teru accidentally breaks a window and agrees to pay for it through manual labor. The janitor, though, Kurosaki, is an impossible taskmaster, and he seems to be hiding something from Teru. I've always been interested in collecting this series, but I've always passed on purchasing it because there are 18 volumes to collect, and that's a lot. However, because this is an older series, I'm worried that it's going to go out of print. In fact, it might be in the process of going out of print, but don't quote me on that though. I've already purchased volumes 8 through 18, but they're tied up in a Right Stuff order at the moment because I think there are a couple volumes that are in the process of going out of print and they're not in stock. The out of stock note on the website did say that they were expecting more stock, so I'm hoping that's a good sign. I'm not entirely sure when I'll see my shipment, but I have so many books to read right now, I don't mind waiting a little bit for this, so it's okay. Just as long as they come eventually, I'll be fine. The rest of the series that I'm hauling are all going to be part of a special video that I'm planning. Indigo recently had an awesome sale on manga published by Viz Media. Buy 2, get the 3rd free. So I thought I would take advantage of the sale and grab a whole bunch of first volumes of manga, read them, and then talk about them on my channel. Sort of like a manga series first impressions video, but exclusively for Viz published manga. Unfortunately, one of the manga that I was supposed to read for this video idea was removed from my order and is now out of stock everywhere I look, and that's The Water Dragon's Bride by Ray Toma. It sucks, but there's nothing I can do about it, so it is what it is. I have a couple other Viz manga series where I have like the whole series, so I might just read the first volume and kind of include it in that video, and yeah, that'll work out. It's all Viz manga, so it all works. Anyways, the first manga I'm hauling that'll be part of this first impressions video is my first ever Yuri manga, and that's the romantic comedy How Do We Relationship by Tamifull. This is a newer series. I believe there are only 2 volumes available at the moment, with the 3rd scheduled to release in June. How Do We Relationship is a story about Miwa, a shy girl or woman who's always dreamed of being in love, but has been unlucky in finding the right match. She's from a small town in Japan, and she likes women, which really narrows the dating pool. Even going away to college hasn't seemed to help. Sayako, Miwa's classmate, suggests that they start dating each other because neither of them has any other options. So the two begin a relationship out of convenience. However, their casual friendship might become something real. The reviews for this manga are really great, but what caught my attention was the amount of reviewers saying that this manga takes a more mature and realistic approach to the romance. I love manga that focuses on realistic representation of relationships, and this is rated 16+, so I don't think it'll shy away from the mature aspects of love and life. I think that I'm really gonna love this. This next manga is also a Yuri, but I think that this one's going to be on the sweeter, more innocent side, and that's A Tropical Fish Yearns for Snow by Makoto Hagano. This is a romance slice of life story. It's rated 13+, and it's still ongoing, with the 7th volume just being released this month. This manga follows Konatsu, whose father starts a new job overseas. This means she has to relocate from big city Tokyo to her aunt's house in a small seaside town. Konatsu, I hope I'm saying that right, is a shy, introverted girl and is worried about starting a new school, but those worries melt away when she meets Koyuki, an older girl who is the sole member of the aquarium club. Maybe Konatsu has found something worth coming out of her shell for. I was first drawn to this manga because of the name. I really want to know the meaning behind it. It's very intriguing and unique to me. Also, I love the cover. I love how it looks like the characters are underwater. I think that it's kind of weird that the aquarium club only has 1 member, because that sounds like the coolest club ever. And I wonder if this is going to teach me anything about fish and aquariums, because I would love that. I would love to learn about fish and aquariums. And last but not least, we have volume 1 of the shoujo series Shortcake Cake by Sue Morishita. Shortcake Cake was just recently completed, with the 12th and final volume being released this month. So this series is in the romance genre with a reverse harem theme, and it's rated 13+. I decided to give this manga a shot because I read Sue Morishita's most recent work, A Sign of Affection, and I adored that manga. And I'm hoping that this is just as enjoyable. Shortcake Cake is about a high school girl named Ten who lives in the mountains with her parents, but she's sick of the 2-hour commute that she has to make to school every day. So Ten decides that she's going to move into the local boarding house. She'll have more time in the afternoon to hang out with her friends. However, with 3 other boys living in the boarding house too, will Ten be able to keep her cool and steady her heart in these new living arrangements? This series does have mixed reviews, but I've heard a bunch of different manga tubers talk about this, and for the most part it's well received. I read that the first volume isn't a great representation of the series, but we'll see how I feel after reading volume 1. If you guys have read this series, let me know what you thought about it in the comment section below. And that, friends, is the end of my May manga unboxing and haul video. I'm sure some of you have read these manga before, and I'd love to know which ones you've read and what you think of them. Just a little side note, you might notice that my bookshelves look a little bit different in the background. My husband and I recently bought a couple more bookshelves and we set them up just last week. I put all the manga on my shelves, but I hate how it's organized, so I'll probably have to reorganize them again, but I really like these shelves. I don't know if you guys noticed, but in my other videos, there was like this gross brown particle board underneath here, and now it's gone. It's so exciting. When you get older, it's like the little things, like new furniture that excites you. If you're interested in watching more videos from me, you can check out my end card where I'll have links to my most recent videos. I hope you all have a manga-nificent day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! I can't believe 5 manga were cancelled on my order, and I just didn't notice. And I've ordered manga since then. I could have reordered them. Ugh, worst manga collector ever.